As you begin running, there are some things that you might not want to hear, but things that you really need to hear. So here it is, my tough love for beginning runners, filmed on the run. There will be some days when you really don't want to go for a run. Go for a run on those days too. I've never met a runner who didn't occasionally dread a run, but the only way you become a runner is to head out the door even on days when you don't want to. You can do everything right. You can train right, you can fuel right, you can have the right gear and wear the right shoes, and yet some runs are simply going to be terrible. But no, it's not just you. You didn't do anything wrong. You couldn't have prevented it. You're not alone. Every runner has terrible runs. Learn what you can from those bad runs and forget the rest of it ever happened. And head out the door again tomorrow, because you never know. Maybe tomorrow's run is going to be one of the amazing ones. As you begin running, know that your gains might be slow. In fact, if you're doing it right, your gains will be slow. You can't go from a couch potato or an absolute beginner runner to running a half marathon in a matter of weeks. Gains should be slow and steady. Trying to push any harder to make gains quickly will only lead to burnout and injury. Running can be boring. It's one of the few things that we do in life where we can't immediately distract ourselves the second we get bored with our phones and technology and apps and games. So on your run, either distract yourself by running with friends or listening to a great playlist, or use the run and the boredom of a run as a moving meditation to think about the things that are going on in your life. Running may seem like an amazing way to lose weight, and it can be, but know as you begin running, you may actually gain weight. As you begin running, your muscles may retain a little bit more water, and you also may lose fat while gaining muscle, and since muscle weighs more than fat, the scale might actually go up as you run. But don't be discouraged and keep going, and look to other measures of health success, such as body measurements, to gauge how well you're doing when the scale might not be budging. Eventually, you will chafe parts of your body you didn't know you had. It's not fun, but it does happen to every runner eventually. Try different combinations of clothing and products such as BodyGlide and other anti-chafe balms to try to minimize the chafing. But know that while you can minimize chafing, you really can't prevent it entirely. So know that it will eventually happen to you too.